EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to downtown Detroit and Ford Field, the home of the Lions. The perennial Pro Bowler Justin Tucker has it on the tee. And off we go here on Monday night. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10. Now the first carry for the Alabama speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. And that play gets nothing. So no gain on the game's first snap.
This defense wanted to come out early in this game and take the fight to the offense. And boy, did they ever set the tone on the very first play, keeping that carry to no gain.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. He'll look to throw. Open man, it's Jameson Williams. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
They'll come up first and 10 at the 40. They'll look to throw. Finding room at midfield. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
A run up the middle, it's Gibbs. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They'll come up here on second down and 5. Once again, it's Gibbs. And nice work here. He's got the first down to about the 30-yard line.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
First down, and they stick with Gibbs. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Second and 7. Now this time they'll look to throw. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes. The big man, Nnamdi Madubuike, there for the sack.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
He'll let this one go long for Williams. And that is incomplete.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner, and next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
So on fourth down, here's Corey Bojorquez to kick it away, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And he looks up, he's taken down. right away. Maybe fortunate just to hold on to the ball, as he was tackled immediately after hauling that one in. So they come to the line for first down and 10. The drive begins with a run, and it's Hall. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Hall. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold them to 2 and bring up third down. From the gun, Jackson. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback. Get it into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Play action now. Jackson. To the tight end, and he fits it in on the corner route. 23 yards on that pass play. First down, Baltimore.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They will run it over center with Hall. And he's got it. First down. A pickup of 4.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now Jackson. That's to the running back, Breece Hall.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. So we've played one quarter here on a Monday night. 0-0 is the score. And we are back to the Motor City. in a moment. Here's 2nd and 2. A give. Here's Hall. Oh, big hole left side. And he gets marked out of bounds, but inside the 5-yard line. They've got it. It'll be 1st and goal after a pickup of 21. They'll run. It's Hall. He'll get this forward. No signal. They're going to mark him down at the 1. Ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. Jackson now. He's got his big tight end. Touchdown, Baltimore. His 6th touchdown now for the season. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And he finds some daylight. Up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. He'll drop to throw. Going for it all. Trying to push the ball down the field. It's an interception. Picked off by the rookie out of Georgia.
So anytime you're really sensing pass, Mike, the first thing you want to do, flood the field with defensive backs. Good things typically happen. I mean, that's a great call there by the defensive coordinator to counter that play, because no matter where that ball was going, they had someone in the neighborhood who had a shot of making the play and getting them off the field.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. Off he goes.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up in a short game.
Here's 2nd and 6. The shotgun, here's Jackson. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They
coaches, they preach all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. Back to throw here to begin the drop. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why. Where a defender makes his tackles tells you a lot about his abilities. And for an interior defensive lineman, Mike, to make plays on the outside of the formation just speaks to his speed, his effort, his ability to run down the line. And we saw it here, and he takes the back down for a loss.
Back to throw. He's got it! And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
The only way the quarterback has time to allow that receiver to go that far is if the big boys up front do their job. I mean, the protection was excellent. The quarterback had all the time in the world to let his wide receiver work open, and when you can pass protect like that, you're going to generate a lot of big plays.
And he's going to be taken down.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup. You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficient.
Powering forward, he's in. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Extra point attempt still to come. It's up and through. And the Lions move out in front by a point. It's 7-6. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This is taken in at the goal line. And the kicking team right there, stopping him before he can get to the 15-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. We're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. 2 minutes to play in a tight one-point game in this first half. Greg and I back from Ford Field in Detroit in a moment. Another run here with Hall. And this will be good enough for a first down as he gets up past the 25. Shotgun snap and a give to Hall. And the defense was ready for him this time. Did not have the same room to run. That one's no gain.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
They'll try to throw here with Jackson. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete. He was trying to get that to Tez Walker. And it'll be third down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
The Lions on their first time out. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime. And we will not see a return on this one, as it will be marked down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to let this one go deep.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark.
Back to the air once more on second down. That's over the middle and intercepted.
Mike, doesn't it just seem like year in and year out, especially on the defensive side of the ball, there's these late-round players that kind of burst onto the scene out of nowhere, and there's a reason this guy fell in the draft. But I'll tell you what, he has shown a ton of growth so far this year, and he continues to make his presence felt in the back end of this defense.
Here's 1st and 10. Lamar going to work from the pistol. That's going to be intercepted. And the Lions are going to take over once again at their 37-yard line.
You know, Mike, what I think is interesting is we had a chance to sit down with this young player this week leading up to today's game, and it kind of felt to both of us that he had a little bit of a chip on his shoulder. He fell to the second round on draft night. In his mind, he thought he was a first-rounder. But I'll tell you what, whatever round he was drafted in, if he keeps making plays like this, there's going to be a lot of teams who are going to be kicking themselves for skipping over him on draft night. This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time the team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
Along the sideline, Williams pulls it in. That catch puts him over 100 yards for the game, and we still have another half to go. That catch picks up the first down.
These comebacks, they require a lot of trust and timing from everybody involved. If the quarterback's a little too early, the receiver's not out of his break. But if the quarterback's a little too late, that's when disaster can strike. So give credit, really well timed, really nice job by both guys.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. This pass is caught by Cade Otton. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. On the return, this is Jalen Reagor. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. A first down throw for Jackson. He'll find Hall out of the backfield.
Anytime you have a running back like this, it's more about just how many ways can you get the ball in his hand. He's had a great game today so far on the ground. Now they're starting to find ways to get him the ball through the air, and that is a handful for any defense.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. A run here with Hall. And he's going to fight forward. Didn't get a whole lot, but it's going to be enough to move the chains.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on 2nd down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
He'll look underneath for Hall. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here, bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Now, Jackson. That is caught. He finds Walker. 10 yards the gain on the pitch and catch. Good for a Raven first down. Jackson up top again. His throw left side is complete. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Throwing with anticipation, it not only requires the confidence in both your accuracy and the timing, but it also forces the receiver to be on time and where the quarterback expects you to be. And this is one of those examples, man. When those two things are on point, it results in a first down.
Again, it's Jackson. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend. So give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, Jackson. That's caught by Reagor. First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a first down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
They'll run it out of the gun, and it's Hall. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Jackson. A hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. Trying to set up that screen, but the rush got there too quickly.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball.
And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, Ravens.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure. And I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
Now Jackson and the Ravens will try to tack on 2 more. Here's Hall. And this one's blown up. It's back at the 5-yard line now.
I don't love the call. I mean, all week you practice these gotta-have-it plays. Every call sheet, Mike, has 3 or 4 plays that are down here in the goal line that could also be used as 2-point plays. I think to simply turn around and just hand the ball to your running back, you've got to be a little bit more creative. That's a big missed opportunity.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup to the 24. That is Nnamdi Madubuike there to bring him down. Here's a 2nd and 9. Slot receiver headed right. On play action, he'll set up to throw. A dive and a catch. Incredible. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a 1st down.
And his great game continues. And all game long, Mike, he's really been on the receiving end of a lot of big plays, but I think we might have just seen his best one yet.
Straight ahead with Gibbs. We'll get this to about midfield. Adisa Isaac there to bring him down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Now, faking the give. That's Otten, open downfield. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
And he'll get about 5. They'll run with Gibbs. And he's going to be brought down here on what will turn out to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. They'll look to throw. That one on target to Williams. He's got it. gets 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a first down. Here comes Otten in motion. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down. Now they'll set up to throw. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. Gains nothing.
This is a great example, Mike, of playing zone defense at a high level. They're trying to threaten him. They're trying to put 2 guys in his zone and see which guy he's going to choose. In this case, they try to out-leverage him into the flat. He's not having it. He brings him down for no gain.
And a big collision there, down near the goal line, keeps him out of the end zone.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the first down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. They'll try it now with Gibbs. Good blocking, and he's in. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions. That is 2nd touchdown of the game. He's up to 9 now on the year. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
He bought as much time as he could, but he will finally be taken down. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. This kick is fielded in the end zone. But no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. 1st and 10. The handoff. Here comes Hall. No dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
And they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yards, but it didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be 3rd down.
Well, this has been the story of the entire game, Mike, is just how well this defense has played, particularly against the run. There has been nowhere to operate for this offense, and it continued here on this last play.
3rd and long for Jackson. He's going to air this one out. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Open man. That's Gibson. And he will score. Xavier Gibson. Touchdown, Detroit. Greg, they did everything they wanted to do on that drive, and now a chance to really make it an important lead.
Mike, with that touchdown there, they're an extra point conversion from extending this lead to a 2-score game. And at this point in the fourth quarter, I think they'd feel pretty good about their chances of holding on.
Extra point try forthcoming. He's got it. And the Lions are going to open up the lead to 8. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And this one is fielded in the end zone. Will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He'll go right and find his running back. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
They give to Hall. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Great job by the defense here, quickly realizing that this was going to be a draw. They're not caught off guard thinking that they're defending the pass. They're able to not only get in there for a stop, but they're able to take them down in the backfield for a loss.
Jackson from the gun on 3rd down. This one intercepted. Picked off by Terrion Arnold. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So all game, we've seen him take the approach as just being a game manager. But one thing you have to do if that's the case is you have to protect the ball. You can't turn the ball over, especially if you're struggling to push the ball downfield. He got a little reckless that time, and the defense made him pay.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That is caught. What a throw. Jameson Williams. Touchdown, Lions. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Couldn't take the chance. They're going to return it from the goal line. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. On 1st and 10, Jackson. A pass right side going to be taken in by Walker. That one good for a dozen and a very quick first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
They face 2nd down and 7. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out, go up for an offensive rebound, and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
To the air one more time with Jackson. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning remain as we get set for 1st and 10. And before the snap, we have a whistle, and this could very well be a false start. Awful time to get a penalty. Now 1st and 15. Now Jackson. First down throw there is incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. The sound deafening in the dome. It's 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
In these critical moments of the game, Mike, you always turn to your best players, and that's exactly what they did here, and they just weren't able to connect. Give this defense a lot of credit. They knew when it was crunch time, where did this quarterback want to look? And they were ready, and they took him away.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Now Gibbs. And he finds some daylight. Up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7. 2nd down and 3. Once again, it's Gibbs. Up the sideline, past midfield. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
This is the moment in the game, Mike, where it really matters to have a run game. You find yourself winning here late. You want to try to run the clock out and finish with the ball. And boy, do they ever. Give credit to this offensive line and running back. They came through when their team needed them the most.
So it's a win here for the Lions. They bounced back from the loss last week. Really put in a determined effort and come away with the